What's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how Bitcoin is getting very close to a buying opportunity, and a Cardano is so close to a buying opportunity that I just bought a bunch of it. We're going to be looking at not only Bitcoin, not only Cardano, we're going to be looking at a ton of different cryptocurrencies. We're going to be looking at AVAX, Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, and then we're also going to be taking a look at, let's see here, Basic Attention Token, Mana, and Ecomi. We've also got some really interesting headlines coming from Stripe, one of the largest credit card payment processors in the world. We actually work with Stripe. Whenever you guys buy CT2A with a credit card, you are working through Stripe. That's the way that we process those transactions. And then we're also going to be talking about a very, very important on-chain metric, Bitcoin's number of addresses with a non-zero balance. That just means addresses that are holding Bitcoin has hit an all-time high. The last time that we were up at this level was during the second half of the rally of the bull market that we saw during the beginning of this year back in March and April. So we have a ton of on-chain metrics, technical metrics, and fundamental analysis, all saying that we are very close to a rally. We've been saying for the last week that we're close to a bottom, guys, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is. I think that Bitcoin is absolutely right, very, very close to that bottom, and I'm looking forward to doing some analysis on today and trying to figure out exactly where that is. But I am joined, as always, by Mr. T.A. Tim. How you doing, Tim?
What's up, everybody? I am chilling. Had a good workout this morning.
Woo! What'd you work out?
We did, so Smay and I did deadlifts, and we did some lat pull stuff.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go. How much were you deadlifting, Smay? Welcome, Smay, by the way.
How much was I deadlifting, Tim? I don't know.
130. He's still learning the motion, so 135. Not
Nice.
crazy.
I'm deadlifting 135. There's nothing wrong with that. Good deal, man. Yeah. Guys, we got a great show lined up for you today. Tim, what is your favorite part of today's show? We've got a good one.
Ooh, I like the part where we make money.
I like that part, too. That's my favorite part.
Yes,
Drop a 1 in chat if you want to make money with us. That's what we love doing. Smay, what's the most interesting thing that's happened to you over the last week?
Over the last
Just pelting
week,
you guys with questions, putting you on the spot.
Man, most interesting things happened to me all week is getting to shout out members today. So
Ooh,
what I get to do is I'm going to shout out 3
go.
special people today. I'm going to shout out Rook Dwyer.
Ooh, that's
that one
a new
almost
one.
got me. That
Shout
was a
out
tongue
to Rook.
twister, a little bit of a last name. Dennis Pizarka.
Let's go, Pizarka.
And Screwhead. Thank you guys
Screwhead.
so much. We love you guys. You guys are the esteemed grandmasters, and we love you guys.
Woo. Tim, I just bought a buttload of Cardano, right? That's the official term, by the way, right before we went live.
Yeah.
Have you been thinking about buying Cardano?
You know, I was just instructed by Rich Coin not to talk about it anymore.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I don't think I can comment.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure to not talk about it anymore. We understand authority and we obey authority. But no, but seriously, are you thinking about buying any?
Yeah. No, I just bought some too. So
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, Rich.
Sorry,
Love you,
man.
though.
Sorry, man. We like Cardano. That's just the way that's going to be. But we do have a couple of headlines. Like I said, we're going to be talking about one of the largest payment processors in the world, Stripe, getting ready to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies again after shutting that down about 3 years ago. They had some history of that. And then, like I said, we also got a lot of on-chain metrics that we're going to be jumping straight on into. But before we do, I do want to mention that today's video is brought to you by LuxAlgo's lifetime membership. Jump onto my screen real quick. Take a look at this, guys. For the next 6 days, you can get LuxAlgo for life without a subscription for $9.97. That sounds like a lot of money, but here's the thing. If you are working in cryptocurrencies, you are probably going to make that much over the course of just a month or so of trading. And once you get a little bit more experienced in trading, $1,000 profit on one trade is not unlikely. It's actually pretty common. This is a very low price considering the amount of money that you are going to be able to work with here in cryptocurrency. And you're actually going to be saving a ton of money compared to that $67 a month subscription that you would normally have to pay for LuxAlgo. This is worth every single penny. And if I didn't already have LuxAlgo, I would jump at the opportunity to go ahead and jump on into this. Check the link down below. But we're going to go ahead and jump straight on into some TA. We're going to get to Bitcoin here in a minute, but we're first going to start with Cardano. As I told you guys, I actually just bought some Cardano literally right before we went live, and the reason is very simple. We just saw eToro, a cryptocurrency exchange that has a bigger name than volume, I suppose you could say, talk about delisting Cardano, citing regulatory concerns. Here's the deal. Tim, you just talked about, right before we went live, about how there's another exchange that you may have heard of before, talking about listing Cardano.
Yeah, so actually, there's an article that Charles is kind of referring, Charles Hoskinson, for anyone who's wondering, was talking about the concerns of the regulatory issues that eToro delisted it. And simultaneously, we found out tomorrow Bitstamp will be adopting and bringing Cardano on there. There was a tweet from, and shout out to Crypto Capital Venture.
Yeah.
Would love to interact with him.
Love to interact with him.
But he mentioned this, and I was like, what? That's so true. He's like, why is everyone paying attention to eToro that does, I think it's about $67 billion of volume a day, and not paying any attention to the fact that Bitstamp is adopting Cardano, where they're to do like well over 600, or it's like 500, closer to $600 billion a day in volume. To me, I'm like, I agree completely with Crypto Capital Venture.
Yep.
I think Cardano's about to explode. I will say, to Rich's point, I thought the bottom Cardano would be closer to 168. I'm a little north of where it actually is, but I still think we're at a place that's great to get in Cardano. But that's for you guys to decide for yourself, not for me to tell you what to do.
Yep. By the way, and here's the tweet over here from Dan over at Crypto Capital Venture. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel. He's got some great content over there as well. Would love to work with him. And shout out to him. If anybody is watching this video who also watched this channel, I would love to work with you, my friend, who is a fellow believer. Shout out to him. But over on Cardano, the reason that I'm just buying Cardano right now is because I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know that I've been a big fan of Cardano all year, and I actually haven't managed to load up my bags as much as I wanted. I had a little bit, but I didn't have very much, and I've been looking for a good opportunity to buy Cardano. That's why I've actually been very excited, hoping that Cardano would crash. I wanted Cardano to rally. I mean, I wanted it to rally because I know a lot of you guys are in it, and I care about you guys making money, but selfishly speaking, to be honest with you, I kind of wanted it to drop down to 150, and I just want to show you what's happened here. Cardano was in a big symmetrical triangle pattern right here. And we talked about, hey, look, this could break to the upside and go towards $3 or $4. It just didn't do that, guys. That's just not what ended up happening. Instead, it broke to the downside. And over the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at these several different levels of support. The first one we saw here was at $1.95, basically $2. We were hoping, okay, maybe that'll hold. Didn't hold. Our next level of support that we drew, literally, we drew this like back over here, but you can see at $1.77, we tried to bounce here. If you're wondering where that comes from, that partially comes from the VPVR. That's the beginning of the VPVR support right here. But overnight, Cardano has had a big dip. It's dropped very, very far from $1.78 all the way down here to $1.59. And if I just go ahead and grab, let's see here, CoinMarketCap, then we can see that it has dropped pretty far as well. It's down to number 6. It's been number 6, but it's getting kind of close to falling potentially below XRP. A lot of people are getting very worried about Cardano. You might be one of them who is concerned about the price of Cardano. I say you shouldn't be. I say there's no reason to be. I say that what we're looking at right now on Cardano is very similar to what we saw back in 2019 on Bitcoin. Drop a 7 in chat if you were in the market during this time back on Bitcoin. You're going to see where I'm going with this, and this is kind of the theme of the entire stream today. This is what I'm talking about right here. This time. During this time, I was a freshman in college. That was right before I went ahead and dropped out of college to go and start this channel and this company. And during that time, all of my friends were saying, oh, poor Jebb, you're in Bitcoin, right? Oh, you're in crypto. That thing is down 85%. I specifically remember one instance when I was walking from the gym to my physics and society class, and I was walking through the parking lot with a friend of mine who I went to the gym with. And this guy, I was telling him about Bitcoin. I was like, yeah, dude, Bitcoin's going to revolutionize the world. It's going to change everything. I was telling him about the channel. And he was like, oh, yeah, Bitcoin, I saw that. It's down 85%. How do you feel? And I just remember, I didn't say anything, but I was just like, man, I'm going to show you, or more specifically, Bitcoin's going to show you. Bitcoin ended up rallying from $4,000 to almost $14,000 in just the next 6 months. Now we're sitting at 60. And I submit to you that we should be looking at Cardano the same way that I looked at Bitcoin back then on that fateful day in the parking lot of Santa Fe Community College in 2019. We should be looking at the haters who are saying, Cardano's crashing, ha 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 ha, you poor thing, and say, nope, not what I'm going to think. I'm going to look at the fundamentals, and I'm going to realize, whoa, this thing could change billions of lives in Africa and Southeast Asia with their decentralized identification, with their smart contracts platforms, with all of the community that Cardano is built around it, with the name of Charles Hoskinson, who we're hoping to get on the channel here pretty soon. Drop a 1 in chat if you'd like to see that. Cardano has phenomenal fundamentals. When do you buy it? You buy it when it's low. There are a lot of people that wanted to buy Cardano up here at $3 because it was trendy. You would be down 50% right now because you didn't buy it back here. You are getting an opportunity to load up your bags on Cardano right now, and if you miss it, I'm sorry, but you had your chance. I just bought a bunch of it. I'm not telling you to. That is your decision. That is completely personal between you and maybe a financial advisor if you have one. I am not your financial advisor, but I'm just telling you what I did. I just bought a lot of it. Just moved about 3 to 5% of my total portfolio over to it. But let's also talk a little bit about Avalanche. Avalanche is in exactly the opposite position. I love Avalanche. I want to load up my bags on Avalanche. Here's the problem. It is sitting at the highest value that it ever has. I want to get into Avalanche, but I'm just going to be honest with you, I don't have any. And the reason is because I started learning about Avalanche back over here. It was already very high, very extended, and I hadn't had an opportunity to buy it because I didn't learn about it back here in June or July. Look, here's the thing, guys. There are dozens of phenomenal opportunities in cryptocurrency, and you've got to be careful about jumping head first into one of them, because realize that there's dozens of them. There are literally dozens of phenomenal projects that you can be getting into right now. Chainlink is on sale. We're going to talk, actually, we talked about Chainlink, I think, yesterday. I just bought a bunch of Chainlink. There are so many great opportunities in crypto. Avalanche is a great opportunity, but it's already had a massive rally. I want to buy Avalanche. I have not bought it just yet. I said Chainlink, I meant AVAX. I have not bought Avalanche just yet, but I'm looking for it. As far as the technicals are concerned, we broke bullish out of an ascending wedge here, and that ascending wedge is now, that bullish breakout is now falling over. What I actually want personally, not for you guys, but personally, what I want to see Avalanche do is I want to see it come down here to $100, smash through that, come down to 80, and then come down to 53. I'm not convinced that's going to happen. I don't think this is a likely scenario, but I do think the likely scenario is it coming down to 100. The reason I want it to come down to 50 is because I love the project and I want to load up on it the same way I just did Cardano. I want to get good deals for the long term. Tim, what are some cryptocurrencies that you're looking at loading up on right now? Cardano can be one of them.
I was actually looking at those. So first of all, Cardano for sure is one of them. The other thing, I don't know if you want to look at the chart real quick. We don't even go into detail. Just pop up what ADA over Bitcoin looks like.
Yes,
right
I forgot about that.
And then just pull up the RSI. We have some massive bullish RSI divergence.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. That's great.
So Cardano obviously is a big one. When it comes to AVAX, here's what I'm kind of looking at, because AVAX is one that I'm really heavily looking into getting more heavily involved with. We used to be in an ascending wedge, which is kind of bearish, but we broke bullish through it not once, but twice. What I would love to see AVAX do to give me confidence, because if it does this, I actually will go ahead and invest here very soon, but I'm not going to prematurely invest in it. And that is, can we turn that previous level of rising resistance in the ascending wedge, can we turn that into rising support?
Yeah.
If I can see positive movement, we tried last time and we failed back in the, back in February, we tried turning that level into support. Didn't happen. We fell back into, back into the wedge. If we can turn that into support and restart the chart, meaning clean the slate, forget the ascending wedge, let's move forward, that's when I would get into AVAX. So I'm probably about 2 weeks away from being able to confirm or say, nope, AVAX had this little rally, it needs to come down a little bit farther.
And here's an example. I love that, Tim. Here's an example of what I'm talking about with getting a good deal. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot lately, and I'm talking about it a lot because I want you guys to be successful in crypto, not just walk away and say, oh, cool, I know where Bitcoin's going to go. I want you to have some idea of what to do with this information. Right now, Avalanche is sitting at 61 on RSI. It's been at 61 for a long time. Take a look at ADA. ADA is sitting at 30. I am categorically, definitively, quantitatively getting a good deal on Cardano compared to what I'm getting on Avalanche. That's why I just loaded up on Cardano, and that's why I'm not loading up yet on Avalanche, but I am looking forward to hopefully doing that sometime soon. Let's go ahead and read some super chats and jump into a little bit of a discussion. We're having Bitcoin TA come up here in about 5 minutes, so stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, we only have a couple here, so we'll be really quick here and we can jump back in. But Garrido Pele said, what are your thoughts on using Coin360 as a low volume indicator across top coins and overall projects to use as a possible early indication to a rally?
I haven't used Coin360 that much. I am familiar with it. T-Shroom actually uses it quite a bit. T-Shroom,
no, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
He's shaking his head no.
Okay, well, he uses something similar to this. Coin360, if you don't know what it is, it's this right over here. It shows the different projects based on the whether they're Ethereum tokens or Ouroboros like ADA. I haven't ever used it for that, to be honest with you, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, last one I see here, and I'll scroll chat to make sure I didn't miss something. Taylor actually is not T-Shroom, but Taylor, my wife, is the one putting these chats in.
Woo!
So she's doing a great job.
Taylor.
Sean Regentin, I think. If that's wrong, let me know. But he said, have a happy Thanksgiving, guys. Bullish on mashed potatoes and stuffing.
Yeah.
Bearish on my Detroit Lions. Sean, that's a good call. You're a good analysis.
Man, I am about to dig into some stuffing. I love stuffing. It is my... No, actually, I think it is my favorite food of the entire year. I was going to say there's something else.
It's
stuffing. Oh my gosh.
Fun fact, you know what my wife calls it?
What?
Dressing.
Ew. That hurts me.
Yeah, we had a whole debate about that last night, and it.
That sounds like a very good debate to have.
She didn't.
You got to set the record straight, Tim. You're the man of the house.
We did have another super chat that just came in. I'm trying to get to it because it's squirreling. We had two that just came in. By the way. James Jackson Film said, "Any thoughts about Efinity and Engine?"
Not really. It's kind of hard to go into that briefly, so not particularly. We got one more from Crypto Knock.
Yes. Crypto Knox said, thanks, guys, for all of your hard work. Keep it up. While I have your attention.
While you have our attention.
Have you had a chance to look at KDA Cardano?
Cardano is actually #1 on my list for research. It's actually the next one that I'm going to be looking into. I've heard a little bit about it, but I want to look into it more before I go into too much detail there.
Yeah, real quick before we transition back to Bitcoin, because Taylor Warren just went in chat saying dressing. Put in chat, do you call... What is the best way to describe it? Do you call it dressing or stuffing? Type in chat which one you guys call it. Because if you say dressing, you're just wrong. But let us know that you're wrong. Everyone who's right, put stuffing into the chat.
Okay, I just put a poll in chat.
There we go.
We've got a poll going, guys. Make sure to answer that poll. It's very important that we get the truth from you guys. Aim just donated also. He said... What's up?
So I was just going to say on this debate, I mean, guys, why would you call it dressing? Because it doesn't go on top of the turkey. It goes in the turkey.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
it's
stuffs
stuffing.
the turkey.
It's stuffing.
Stuffs the
It's
turkey.
stuffing. All
It's
right.
stuffing.
Yeah, we just had one from AIM saying, been holding mostly big cap alts like ADA, Dot, Link, and Matic, and it's been painful. Will these see new all-time highs by the end of the year?
A lot of them are going to run with the next major bull market, the next major cycle of this bull market. By the end of this year, maybe not. At this rate, we may not see those hit all-time high by the end of this year. I do think that we're going to see them in the next several months, though, because I think Bitcoin's going to be on its way to 100K. And then I think the rest of the cryptocurrency markets are going to have a big rally as well. What would you say to that, Tim?
I think so. So the one that I maybe am not going to see a new all-time high, but it's going to be well on its way and getting close is ADA. I don't know where Matic is right now. I'd have to look at Matic real quick.
While you're looking at that, we've got a pretty definitive answer coming from chat. We've got 400 votes. It's 77% stuffing. Sorry, Taylor.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's funny because all the dressing people are trying to spam the chat saying it's dressing. It's definitely not dressing.
It's not. Hashtag dressing or hashtag
put it in the
stuffing.
poll. Listen, put it in the poll if you believe it. But
Yeah,
right
put
now,
it in the
stuffing's
poll.
winning, guys.
Right now, stuffing is pulling ahead. It's they're stuffing the vote.
Listen, I definitely could see Matic making it. Because I think we're going to have explosive rally. Well, by the end of the year, maybe not. They're going to be close. Matic might be very close by the end of the year, in my opinion.
It might be. Well, guys, let's go ahead and jump on to my favorite cryptocurrency because the one that we all got started on, it is Bitcoin. We've got a lot to talk about here, guys. Very excited about where Bitcoin is going. I'm going to run through the technicals a little bit faster because I want to dive into a discussion with Tim and Smay and try and figure out where we think the bottom is. Because we've been talking about this for a while, but this is going to be, just so you guys know, the last stream of the week because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and then we're going to be taking Friday off. We've been working very hard for the last year and we could use a 4-day weekend, so that's what we're going to be doing here at the channel. Just so you guys know, there will be some content coming out. I'm going to film a video today titled "Show This to Your Grandmother at Thanksgiving," something like that, and I'm going to be basically explaining what Bitcoin is so you can go and orange pill your family at the Thanksgiving dinner table. So be looking forward to that video coming out relatively soon. But I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, and I want you to be able to walk away from this video with an idea. What is Bitcoin going to do over the next 4 days? What's most likely? So I'm going to run through the technicals relatively quickly here, and then we're going to jump into a discussion. First thing to show you guys on Bitcoin is that over the last couple of days, there has been another bearish candlestick formation that has gone ahead and formed. There is a red-green-red formation that has been formed over the last 3 days on Bitcoin. That is basically a non-engulfing green candlestick followed by an engulfing red candlestick. That indicates that we are in the middle of a downtrend and that downtrend has probably not ended yet. You can see there's another example right here between November 16th, which was the 4th birthday of the channel, and November 18th, as you can see right here. Bitcoin has shown many different confirmations that it's in a downtrend, and this is just one of them. But I'm actually going to jump onto a cleaner chart here. Looking down on the 4-hourly chart, you can see, as we drew yesterday, I drew all this yesterday, that Bitcoin is in a giant descending triangle pattern right now. This descending triangle pattern, based on all of the technical and on-chain analysis that we have done, is likely to break to the downside. Obviously, descending triangle patterns typically break to the downside anyway. And I think that that's going to take place here. Now, I've already shown you where I think the market's going. Most of you guys watch regularly, so you'll know what I'm going to say here. I'm not going to be brief, but I think that we're going to see Bitcoin break this longer-term uptrending level of support. It's going to come down and test this uptrending level of support, and then it's going to test $53,000, and you're going to see Bitcoin pull back down into this triangular region somewhere right there. But let's look at the daily chart, and let's give you guys an update on some of the different indicators. Number one, RSI is very close to being oversold. You can see we pulled back down to 34 a couple of times recently during major corrections, such as back here in July and back here in September, but now we're getting close to doing that again. If we do have one final leg to the downside, RSI is telling us that we are likely going to be seeing the bottom. That basically means we're expecting there's going to be another leg down, another $3,000 to the downside, but if we do go down there, we're probably going to see the bottom happen. Looking on MACD, you can see that we're also still very bearish and we're pushing far below the zero level. It's not a bad thing though, because we're getting down to the same level that we were at in September, and if we do pull back that far, that's going to be an oversold indication and tell us that the market is pushed too far to the downside. That basically is going to tell us, hey, look, downtrend's over, we're excited, we're ready to move back to the upside. So we're getting very close. Now, let's go ahead and do some market cipher technical analysis. Market Cipher, as you guys know, is one of the premium indicators that we use here, and it is telling us some interesting things right now. Like I said, I'm going to move through this really quickly, just kind of want to give you a basic overview of this. RSI lines, which are these two lines up here, are pushing pretty stably to the downside. This just means that the bears are in control. Don't get overwhelmed. It's very easy to look at Market Cipher here, be completely overwhelmed. I'm going to break it down really simply for you. These two lines right here, these are the RSI lines. These are different than the other RSI that we looked at earlier. This is a heavily modified RSI that the Market Cipher pack has created. Now, this line right here is called the money flow. This is a simple indicator, guys. It's well, it's kind of complicated the way it's calculated, but it's relatively simple what it's telling you. It's basically just telling you, is money moving into the market or not moving into the market? The fact that it's green and above this zero level right here, you can see this center line, means that it is bullish and we are seeing money move into the market. But over the last few days, we've seen that movement into the market slow down. So it doesn't mean money has stopped flowing into the market. We're still seeing money flow into the market, but the rate at which that flow has occurred has been slowing down. The VWAP right here is sitting below the zero level and hasn't managed to jump up above it. That just means that Bitcoin's in a downtrend. VWAP, volume weighted average price, all of my stock traders will be very familiar with that term. It is telling us that the market is not higher than it has been recently. Basically just means we're in a downtrend, and the fact that we're still below the zero level means that we have not seen a confirmed uptrend. Momentum, which is this blue wave right here, is telling us that the market is very much moving to the downside, but notice this rounding, curving action right here. This is basically telling us that we could be getting close to the bottom. Just kind of extrapolate what this curve does, and then you'll see, okay, it's probably going to round and move to the upside again sometime soon. If it does, as you can see in these instances over here, that we're probably close to the bottom. So Market Cipher is telling us a lot of things. From the RSI, it's telling us that the bears are in charge. The money flow is telling us that exuberance in the market is down, but we do still have buying opportunities. VWAP is saying we're still bearish, but we're close to being able to be bullish. And momentum down here is telling us that the bottom is probably close. So that's what Market Cipher B is telling us, at least the way that I would analyze that. Now, the final part of Market Cipher I'm going to show you here is the DBSI. Market Cipher DBSI is what happens when you turn on, you get these numbers right here. You can see these large numbers up top basically are like a pushing force. I've talked about this before. A pushing force is pushing the market away from the big numbers. Those 13s and 12s right here, and then these 10s and 15s were giving us upwards movement and then downwards movement. Right now, DBSI is saying that we're fairly neutral. So that's what Market Cipher is telling us on the daily chart. Really quickly, though, let's go ahead and move on to Lux Algo. Also, we're going to look at Lux Algo's daily chart and 4-hourly chart. We're going to run through the daily chart pretty quickly. And do remember, guys, there is the lifetime membership going on right now. This is a one-time sale. I've been told specifically that this isn't going to happen again. So make sure to sign up for that while you can. But Lux Algo right now does have a confirmed downtrend. How do we know it's a confirmed downtrend? We have a sell signal, we have trend catcher turning red, and then we also have the Lux oscillator pushing to the downside. That's how we know that we're in a confirmed downtrend. We want to look for all three of these. Trend catcher right here, buy and sell signals, as you can see these right here. These were invalid because this was a sideways market. We've talked about that before, the difference between a ranging and a trending market. Then also Lux Oscillator is pushing to the downside. In general, Lux Oscillator is saying that we're in a confirmed downtrend on the daily chart right now, but it is also telling us something very important about where the bottom might be. If we go in here to Lux Algo, turn on something called the EQ cloud, you can see from this EQ cloud that just turned on, during the last correction, we pushed down to the bottom of the EQ cloud. What are we doing right now? We're sitting in the middle of it. I think that the correction that we're in right now is analogous to the one that we saw in September. I think that we're going to follow through the EQ cloud the same way we did, and if we would, then that would push us down here to 53 to 54,000 in just the next couple of days. That's what the daily chart is telling us. Now, let's also look down here to the 4-hourly chart and see what Lux Algo is telling us there. Right now, even before we look at Lux Algo, I'm not even going to turn on just yet. I just want to show you something. Market's moving sideways. What does that mean? Say it with me in chat. It means we are ranging. when we were in this solid movement to the downside, we were trending. There's a difference between a trending market and a ranging market. Ranging markets, we want to be careful about reading too much into the buy and the sell signals. In trending markets, that's where they really shine. In ranging markets, we want to put a lot more emphasis on things like the EQ cloud, things like the reversal zones. In trending markets, we're going to want to take a bigger look at the buy-sell signals and things like that. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Right now, we are sitting just below the EQ cloud. That tells us that we are in a downtrend. If we were sitting up here above the EQ cloud, below the top reversal zone, then we would be in an uptrend. But right now, we are in a downtrend, and we know that because we are, well, we're ranging, but we're in a longer-term downtrend. We're in a downtrend right here, but you could also say this downtrend and then this sideways movement, kind of a nested movement, if you will. But we are in a strong downtrend, and we're testing resistance right here. If we were to come down and test the support, the reversal zone, which, by the way, is curving to the upside, notice that. You might not notice from the market here why this is happening, but this is the power of Lux Algo. It's predicting that, hey, we're about to have a bounce sometime soon. That's why these reversal zones are curving up. If those reversal zones continue to curve up, they're going to give us support right here around 53 to 54, which is where we would likely pull back to. Taking a brief look at the Lux Oscillator, you can also see there were 2 green dots here, and we are setting higher lows on Lux Oscillator, telling us that a bottom is close, but probably not here just yet. Let's go to full screen. Let's discuss this a little bit. Tim, what is the biggest thing that people need to know moving into the Thanksgiving holiday about Bitcoin? Because we're not going to be here for 4 days. What do you want them to know?
I want them to know don't freak out.
Full screen.
Do not be like, oh no, what is happening right now? Because even though, Bitcoin started rally and then came back down, we're actually looking at, we're reaching, and we've used this saying quite frequently on the show, but this is all about price action, how prices move. We're reaching a decision point on Bitcoin, and the decision point is overwhelmingly bullish, but we're reaching a point where Bitcoin can't keep being up and down, up and down, up. It's going to have to choose. Do you want to go bullish or do you want to go bearish? So that's where we're looking at all these indicators and saying overwhelmingly we're seeing bullish action. On the 4-hourly chart, continue to watch that volume as we continue to. We're also in like a little bit of a a descending triangle where we've kind of flattened out our bottom. We keep bouncing off support, the same bottom right around, what is that? Around 55,900, yet the tops keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. This is a sign we could go down, but I actually think we're kind of coming into a place where we're making a decision point before we explode right after Thanksgiving, which we do historically every single year.
Over the last 6 years, this is something T-Shroom, who's on our research team and sitting right behind Smay, found. By the way, he's getting a desk soon. We're working on that. He found that over the last 6 years, the worst that Bitcoin has performed in the week between November 25th, which is Thanksgiving, and December 2nd, that week, the worst Bitcoin has performed in the last 6 years is 3.68%. During the last bull market, which there's only been one that has happened during the Thanksgiving holiday. There was one last year. Obviously, we were in the beginning of this bull market, but we weren't very far into it. The only other week after Thanksgiving, let me just go ahead and show you on my chart really quickly here, was 2017. As you can see over here, 2017's Thanksgiving was incredibly bullish. If we just measure here from November 25th all the way to December 2nd, then you'll see that Bitcoin rallied 33.5% the week after Thanksgiving. We saw this big rally. I mean, take a look at this, guys. We were trading sideways, and then the day of Thanksgiving, Bitcoin started moving. The week after Thanksgiving was when Bitcoin broke $10,000 for the first time. Why do you think that was? I mean, there's a lot of things that was going into this, but I think part of the reason why Bitcoin rallied so much there is because Bitcoin was in a bull market. All of the people that were in Bitcoin had a fuel for the fire to say, hey, look, I think Bitcoin is doing very well. You should buy it, Grandma, or you should buy it, Mr. Silverbug, Uncle Jimmy. I think you should get into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin was doing well, they had an argument. They had a leg to stand on. I think we're going to see something similar happen here. I do think that we're going to see a drop probably in the next 24 hours, maybe the next 48 hours, down here to around 53, 54. But I think we're going to see a massive bounce as, your Aunt Sally starts to buy Bitcoin.
But like I said, that's why I say keep your eye on the volume.
Yep.
If that volume wasn't so low, I would say, yeah, we need to break down out of that. And we could rally and touch that very long-term ascending level of support. But here's what I'm looking at. We keep bouncing off that level. The volume's getting lower, which means that's exactly what the composite man wants to do, what the institutions want to do. They want to squeeze people out. They want to shake people who really aren't sure. And what they're seeing is, man, every time we do this, we raise back up and we crash back down, we get less people out every single time we do it, which means the majority of Bitcoin holders are sitting here saying, listen, I'm not making a move right now. I'm not buying and I'm not selling. I'm not letting it drop below that price, which is why I do believe that this is a bullish sign for Bitcoin. It's waiting for that Thanksgiving day, and then we're going to see an explosion.
I think it's going to be really, really bullish. Smay, what do you think about all this? Where do you think Bitcoin's going over the next 4 days? And how many likes do we have? I think we need more likes.
Oh, we definitely need more likes.
We only have 600 likes. We have 3,500 people watching, guys. Hit that like button. Come on. Thank you guys so much who have hit that like button.
Yes. Please hit the like button. But I will say, in the next 4 days, I don't think we're gonna see nothing incredible, right? I think we'll see maybe we'll trend upward just a little bit.
You know what's
maybe
incredible, Smay?
What?
The tweet that you posted yesterday.
Thank you.
I can hear you blushing from here.
Oh, thank you.
Guys, go follow Mr. @ThickieSmay on Twitter. I'm not even going to show it on screen. I want you guys to go find it. Something incredible was tweeted on his Twitter.
Gosh. Anyways, well, yeah, Bitcoin.
Put you on the spot there, huh?
Well, I was gonna say something, and then you cut me off.
I cut you off to just compliment you.
That's fine. All right, we'll
surprise compliment.
Keep moving. We'll keep moving.
No, go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on it. I still want to hear it.
All I was gonna say is I don't agree with the plan B. I mean, I think he kind of backed down from it anyways. But I don't know. I don't believe that we're gonna see anything crazy by the end of November anymore. I honestly, it reinforces the fact that I think just unless something fundamentally really exciting happens, we're probably gonna be in another turtle market for a while. I think we're gonna be kind of relaxed for a little bit.
You know what Plan B actually said? Because I follow him on Twitter. I think a lot of you guys do as well, so you guys will know what I'm talking about. He was talking about how his predictions were, this does not shake up and say, oh, the S2F model is broken.
Yeah.
He said he uses these predictions based off 3 things, and one of his things that he said made him say that high of a number was his personal floor. He has a personal thing drawn. To me, that actually says right now Bitcoin is in a great buying opportunity because it is low according to where it should be with that S2F model, which it has been following very well. And if you go back and look at the S2F model, there are lots of times that we're sitting well below where the floor of it is. And what happens? You see an explosive rally for it to catch back up. So again, there's a lot of things coming into this, a lot of bullish sentiment, a lot of bullish things seeing on the technicals, and even watching a video this morning from Kathy Woods, when she talks about what they're doing with ARK Investments is doing, they're looking right now at their on-chain data and saying it is overwhelmingly green and not very red at all.
The on-chain metrics are ridiculous. Let me just show them real quick. And we're going to talk about some on-chain here in just a second. Let me show them on my screen, the Bitcoin stock-to-flow chart right here. Bitcoin stock-to-flow model. It is created by Plan B. This is different from Plan B's price predictions. Plan B's price predictions take this model into account. So even though I don't think he's going to be right on his $98,000 price prediction by the end of this month, I think that the stock-to-flow model, based on something called the stock-to-flow ratio, is absolutely on track. Yeah. Take a look at this, guys. Bitcoin's sitting at $57,000 right now, or 56, whatever the exact number is, 56,400. Stock-to-flow model predicts we should be at 106. Now, this does have historical precedence. You can see there are plenty of times in history where Bitcoin struggles to get back up above the stock-to-flow model, but it always does. Look here in 2013. We rallied way above it. Here in 2017, we rallied way above it. I think we're going to do the exact same thing here based on stock to flow. I think that we're going to be sitting up at $200,000 in the next 6 to 12 months. Then we're going to pull back down probably to around $80,000 to $100,000 at the bottom. Then we might drop down to 60, and then we're going to rally up towards $1 million in the next 10 years. And it's going to be very, very bullish. But with that said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some different on-chain metrics, and then we're going to jump into our next intermission here. Got some really interesting things to talk about here. First thing I want to show you over here on beincrypto.com is this screenshot from Glassnode. This screenshot from Glassnode shows something called the number of addresses with a non-zero balance. The number of addresses with a non-zero balance, are they able to see all of this, May? Is that getting cut off? No, that's fine. Is sitting up at about 39 million back in March and April, and you can see we've rallied all the way back up to that. Take a look at what happened to the non-zero balances during the massive drop that we had in May. What happened there? Bitcoin dropped 50%. The non-zero balances barely moved, and they've now rallied back up to an all-time high and above. What does that mean? It means there are more people in cryptocurrency right now using more wallets in cryptocurrency right now. It doesn't necessarily mean there's more people in crypto because you can have less people with more wallets, but the point is there's more on-chain activity going on in the market. There is an all-time high of 38,724,240 new wallets with a non-zero balance as of November 20th. The more wallets there are, the more secure the network is, because generally speaking, that is going to create more transactions, which is going to lead to the difficulty going up, making the network more secure, which helps to drive the hash rate, which the hash rate is long-term correlated with the price of Bitcoin. I know there's like 15 connections there, but if you follow that, then you'll understand what I'm saying. The point is, the more people and the more wallets there are in Bitcoin, the higher the price goes. That is an unequivocal fact based on the last 13 years of price history. There are also several other interesting charts here. For example, let's see. I think it was this one right here. No, which one is it? This guy right here. Small and medium Bitcoin accounts. Bitcoin account balance with over 0.1 Bitcoin, and then addresses with a balance of over 0.1 Bitcoin and addresses with over 1 Bitcoin. Look at these different metrics right here. Absolutely moonshotting. This is the last 2 years or so of data. The number of addresses that are accumulating more and more Bitcoin is going up and up and up. There are more smaller accounts, yes, but there are even more bigger accounts. There are even more dolphins, if you will, getting into the crypto space. It's a very big deal. Just another on-chain metric that we are very excited about here at the Crypto Jebb channel. Now, another thing that I'm very excited about here is this. Stripe. If you guys don't know who Stripe is, it is the largest payment, I think it's the largest payments processor company on the internet for internet payments. So whenever you buy the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy with a card, a debit or a credit card, that payment runs through Stripe. That's how we do our accounting. We use Stripe to collect those payments, and we have for the last 3 years that CT2A has been active. Most small businesses use Stripe because developing a payment processor that you're able to use that's proprietary can cost millions, if not tens of millions of dollars. So services like Stripe that charge, 2.9% plus 30 cents or whatever are extremely popular. Stripe actually created one of the youngest billionaires in history. There are only a few billionaires that are under 30 years old that made their money through entrepreneurial endeavors and didn't have it inherited. The co-founders, both of them from Stripe, are some of the youngest billionaires in human history. This is a little-known company to the public, but as far as businesses are concerned, incredibly important. Previously, the online payments processor with a $94 billion valuation removed Bitcoin payment support after the market crash in 2018. Looks like somebody got cold feet and fudded. The official reason was the asset's volatility and high fees under a major network load. Stripe, I love you, but with your 3% fees, sometimes I feel like the same thing could be said about you. Maybe I shouldn't go knocking the hand that feeds us, though. Collision also stated that today crypto is a lot of different things to a lot of different people, meaning that some individuals use it for speculative trading or investing, and others utilize it for remittances and online payments. The co-founder also know that digital assets have stepped up their game in comparison to the state of the industry back in 2018. You guys are still cackling at that?
I just love how much of a struggle, you guys make fun of me for my struggle with names, but Jebb messes up words just as frequently as Tim.
But I catch it is the thing. You go on confidently, like I caught that.
All I'm saying is I didn't know that Jebb got replaced with Gollum, is all I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Payments.
Okay. Payments. I must have the payments. I must, yes. No, but you know what? I'm going to roll with it. Utilized for remittances and daily payments. The co-founder also noted that digital assets have stepped up their game in comparison to the state of the industry back in 2018. More coins like Solana appear on the market, yada, yada, yada. The point is, according to Collision, the company is not yet ready to unequivocally say that it is ready to resume crypto acceptance, but it's still a large possibility that might find realization in the future. So we could see Stripe heading in that direction. And if that happens, then you will be seeing CT2A accepting Bitcoin even more simply than it already does. By the way, CT2A already accepts Bitcoin. We just have to process that transaction manually. Taylor Warren takes care of that. So make sure to take a look at all of that. Now, I have something coming to me right now that seems pretty interesting. I'm going to read directly from our notes here. Looks like Regal is looking to add crypto purchase options for their theaters, just like AMC did.
I was saying, that was big when AMC did it.
That's a couple months ago for Regal.
I used to work at Regal.
Yeah, he used to work at Regal.
Yeah, imagine if I could have gotten paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Things would be a lot different.
Yeah, no, like I said, guys, this is coming across my desk right now. Looks like this is either breaking or we just found it. No, it does look like, no, this is breaking. Morgan Stanley increases Bitcoin exposure. Looks like, is it in that article? Okay, well, here's another thing that we just had come across our desk. Looks like Morgan Stanley, one of the largest financial institutions on the planet, It looks like they're increasing their exposure to Bitcoin. And like I said, it looks like Regal is thinking about adding crypto purchase options to their theaters. What would that mean for, let's jump into our next intermission and some discussion. Let's start with Smay.
Yeah.
What would that mean for Bitcoin? And more importantly, what would that mean for theater goers like us who go to Regal a lot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have Regal Unlimited.
I know, I have Regal Unlimited also.
I'm a avid movie watcher, but
we need to go to a movie, Smay.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do. But here's what I need. Here's what I'll say.
Licorice Pizza.
Oh my
Yeah, we gotta go watch Licorice Pizza.
Oh my
guys.
goodness.
No,
that's an inside joke.
Here's the big thing, guys. Here's the big thing. What this means for Bitcoin. Not much in terms of moving the price for Bitcoin. It's gonna get people more excited because it's just another adoption story, and in that case, it might marginally help the price and people's excitement about it. But this is huge for Regal, right? And that just says something. I mean, it's the same story as when AMC adopted it. Guys, if this doesn't make you more bullish on Bitcoin, just in the fact that now we're sitting here talking about this story, and instead of freaking out because of what it's going to do for Bitcoin, we're saying, yeah, this company is about to benefit heavily.
It's going to do more for Regal's stock price than it ever is for
Regal's
Bitcoin.
going to heavily benefit from this, which is basically saying, guys, look at how far we've come as Bitcoin holders, and how much there's been development in the space that's kind of not a big story anymore. Now, as me, a theater fan, I'm very excited for what this means for theaters in general, because now if AMC and Regal, that's 1 and 2.
That's 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yep. So, which means, guys, the future for theaters looks really bright now, and that's
awesome.
I'm really excited about that.
That is so cool. Looks like they're going to be looking to accept Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and other currencies, including Ethereum and Litecoin. Pretty interesting, guys. Well, let's go ahead and read some super chats, and then we'll continue our conversation further. Hit that like button if you guys are enjoying today's stream, by the way. Thank you so much for everyone.
We do have a new member.
Oh, great.
Now,
welcome.
I don't even think this is an actual name. XX Hikashi XX.
Hey, you don't know that. That might be on their birth certificate.
Yeah, maybe. I would doubt it, though. But welcome to a Jebbai Youngling.
Welcome.
I'm going to just go ahead and call him Hikashi.
Hikashi.
I think the X that's just too many X's for one name to be a real name.
It's a gamer tag.
But
Tim, what was your gamer tag?
Let me know in chat.
What did you have a gamer tag growing up? What was your gamer tag?
So
you played FIFA
when I was like 20.
You played FIFA last year.
My mom
or Madden.
Last year I was 26.
Yes, I know.
But I wasn't allowed.
But you said like when you were 20.
I didn't own. My mom didn't let me own any video games.
Okay, you've played a game before, right?
I didn't have a tag.
What? You didn't have a gamer tag?
I think my account might have been Tim Warren something.
Okay, that's boring. Smay, what was your gamer tag?
My gamer tag was Smay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's where his name
That's
came
why
from.
that's why
his name
I
came from.
Smay.
All right, we'll keep moving on here. Crypto Alchemist said 53.5K looking good for an entry point on a long question mark?
I think
Or should I wait until resistance tested and held as new support? Happy Turkey Day, gentlemen.
Happy Turkey Day. I think both of those are decent ideas. I'm personally in the camp with trading where I don't try and open a long at where I think the bottom is. I try and open a long after I think the bottom has come in, and then we've broken resistance to confirm a new uptrend.
We talked about that yesterday. The mistake of thinking I'm going to time the bottoms and the tops perfectly and set my buy and sell orders to them. It sometimes works, but I think there are more stories, and people in chat probably can echo this. There are probably more stories of doing those things and missing the boat than stories of it being the exact perfect position.
That's why a lot of times you guys will see me be pretty conservative with when I talk about trade entries. I won't talk about, for example, entering a long or a short when you're in a symmetrical triangle pattern. I'll talk about positioning the long or the short just outside of the symmetrical triangle pattern. I like to wait for a breakout confirmation before entering a trade.
Well, even remember back in May when everyone was like, oh, Bitcoin's going down to 2620, it's a lock. How many people probably put buy orders that low and it never went that low? They never got into Bitcoin and missed out on, what is that, an 80% increase? Yeah. So just Crypto Alchemists, keep that in mind. Whether you do it before you think there's a bottom, or like Jebb said, wait till there's a bottom and it starts to rally back up. Yeah.
And Jack, man, I do call it stuffing. Don't worry about it, man. You don't have to unsubscribe now.
Ian Golly said, can we please address this ADA crisis? We talked about it a little bit. But he said, market manipulation. Is ADA dead? What is to come over the next week?
It's complete FUD. Yes. They are trying to crash Cardano because I think a lot of the elites understand how powerful Cardano is and how well it's going to do. Look, here's the thing that I realized in business. and you'll see where I'm going with this. This is going to tie right back into Cardano and the price. I've realized in business, if you want to be, and I tweeted this morning because it's been on my mind, if you want to succeed in business, I'm an entrepreneur, I have 16 employees, we've grown the company pretty big, and I'm very, very thankful for everybody that works for us. So I've got a little bit of experience here. Not much, but some. What I've realized in business is that if you want to be successful in business, you got to make that secondary to helping people. If you put helping people as your primary objective, everything else will come. All the employees, all the growth, all the business, all the money that you want, it will come if you make your top priority not that, but helping others. The same thing is true for Cardano. The reason why I like Cardano, the reason why I love Cardano is because Charles Hoskinson puts helping other people ahead of the price of his project. And because he does that, his project is going to be one of the big successful ones because he has his priorities in order. A lot of these other projects have the priority backwards. They say, how can we become very successful? And then how can we use that to help people? No, 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 no. What we did when we started this channel was we said we want to make some money and we want to use that money to help people. Not we want to help people and therefore make money. We want to make money that we can then use to help people. There's a very big difference there. Cardano gets that. Yeah. So it's just FUD. I think it's a great project.
And the other thing is you can zoom out and think about things that are not happening right now. Literally 2 months ago, people were goo-goo gaga for Cardano.
Exactly.
We just went a little down. And 2 months from now, people are going to be like, remember when everyone hated Cardano and they just ruined it?
And don't forget when we said, hey, don't sleep on this project, because Charles Hoskinson and Cardano are developing just as much now as they were 3 months ago. The price is down, and that's why there's FUD.
We have another super chat, and so this one I'm going to say his name correctly because of what he said in the chat. Jeffrey Fritz, known rival of TA Tim, said, I hate agreeing with Tim. That's a great start.
Ouch.
But I have to go with him on this one, Taylor. Talking to my wife. It is stuffing. Happy Thanksgiving. Live stream tomorrow, cooking with TA Tim. That'd be a no, Jeffrey. But Jeffrey, maybe we can be friends. Maybe we can find this is our common ground, and we can move forward and be best friends.
We'll
see.
Can hope.
Maybe. You know, I'll never get past the FSU thing though. You gotta.
Oh gosh, he's an FSU fan. Nope. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Sorry. Speaking of that, where did we finish the tally of the votes for?
We did.
Yes, it was 69 to 30.
69 to 30.
All right, I just want to know then. So our chat is actually pretty good at depicting how things really should be. T-Shroom sent me this. In America, 74% of people vote that it is stuffing.
Hey.
26% say dressing.
Wow.
So if you think it is dressing.
Nice.
Jebb, do you think it's dressing or stuffing?
It's stuffing.
Okay, good. Well, if you think it's dressing, most likely you're from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, or Kentucky.
I was going to say, it's a southern thing to call it dressing.
Well, nope. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina.
But Florida's not southern. Florida's kind of southern.
but
Florida
anyway,
gets more northern the further south you go. Am I right?
Can I just say something while we're on the topic?
Sure.
I'm really fast, guys. I see a lot of people putting the argument to play both sides of the field saying, if it's cooked in the turkey, it's stuffing. If it's out cooked outside the turkey, it's dressing. All right. You take a pillow, right? You take the stuffing outside of a pillow, right? Is it now?
It's now dressing.
Is it now dressing? No, it's still stuffing. It's stuffing in every state.
But we know that Taylor's wrong because she also just said go Knowles. That's how we know she's right.
Yeah, she got some fundamental issues.
But wait a minute, Tim. If 74% of Americans think that it's stuffing and 26% or whatever think it's stuffing, dressing, then that means statistically one person in this room thinks it's dressing.
T-Shroom.
That's the one?
He says it's dressing.
T-Shroom.
No way.
You heathen.
You texted me.
You heathen.
I have a text, one word, dressing. Oh, you changed your mind. You're a flip-flopper.
Flip-flopper. Flip-flopper. You should be a politician, dude. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on here to Cardano. We already talked about Cardano. Let's go ahead and move on here to Ethereum, because I think Ethereum is going to have an opportunity over the weekend also. We're going to be pretty quick on Ethereum here. I want to start with some interesting things here. Southeast Asian, financial institutions turn to Ethereum blockchain. Is Ethereum the blockchain of choice for financial institutions in Southeast Asia, or will companies seek alternatives due to limitations? From a technical perspective, different central banks and financial institutions that have been exploring various technologies always tend to come back to fundamental features, which Ethereum offers. And it looks like a lot of different things in a lot of different places in Southeast Asia are looking at Ethereum. I'm not going to dive too deep in this because I really want to talk a lot about the technicals, but if you guys want, you can pause and read this article. It's a very, very interesting article, and I do encourage you to look through it. But as far as the Ethereum technicals are concerned, the thing that I need you to know is that Ethereum is currently sitting on top of support, and I'm not convinced it's going to hold. I think that Ethereum is going to, similarly to Bitcoin, come down here somewhere in this triangle, and then it is going to bounce. The reason I believe that is multifaceted. Number one, I think that Ethereum is going to have a correction with Bitcoin. I think that if Bitcoin corrects down to 53 to 54, then Ethereum will probably pull back to at least $4,000, if not about $3,800, and then I think it will bounce. If we look at the daily chart at MACD, not the MACD, sorry, Lux Algo, you can see that there is a sell signal, there is a trend catcher turning red, and then also Lux Oscillator is showing us the same thing. It is red, and we've just breached below the zero level. But again, remember the thing about Ethereum is that we saw a slight dip back below zero on the daily chart back in September, and then when it went up and rallied, then everything was great there. I think that we're going to see something similar. I think we're going to see this round and curve, and we're going to end up seeing a movement to the upside. Now, the other thing I'll mention is that we're sitting on top of the EQ cloud right here, when in the last correction, we pulled all the way back down to the bottom of it. I think we're going to see something similar here, where we're going to pull back down to the midpoint or the bottom of the EQ cloud. But I will also remind you that in this case, right now, that might not be as bearish as it was before, because currently the candlesticks right now are purple instead of red. What does that mean? Well, that's basically telling us that the market is bearish, but it's not under strong bearish pressure. It means that the market is a little bit undecided. So I could see Ethereum actually having bottomed already. I'm a little bit more bearish on Bitcoin than I am on Ethereum, which is funny because Ethereum has had a smaller correction than Bitcoin has. Ethereum's only corrected 17%. Bitcoin at its extreme has corrected 20%. I think both of them are very close to their bottom, though. Tim, I want to ask you this. How far away do you think the bottom is on Ethereum, or do you think 3,900 to 4,000 was it?
Well, good question. Great question.
Full screen.
It depends on what we're going to go with this. The truth is, because we're in an ascending wedge, we could theoretically drop down back to around 35, I would say, before we continue this bull rally. So my answer would be, and I don't think that's going to happen, but I think it could be 3,500. I kind of feel like with what's happening with Ethereum, what they're doing, on Ethereum.
You think it could go to 3,500?
Mm-hmm. Because so we're in an ascending wedge, and a lot of times with the ascending wedges, they don't go all the way down to where the wedge started, especially when we're have this much bullish sentiment. A lot of times what they do is they go down to the last hard resistance line that they turn into support, right? So look right there. It's 3,600, 35,990 or 36.
You're talking about the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders pattern.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I agree with that. I think that could happen.
I think that potentially, I don't know if we're going to do it just yet, if we're going to rally a little bit higher before we do that. But I do think at some point we're going to touch that, and I would love to be wrong about that, by the way. I would love for Ethereum just to go ahead and be bullish. It is in my portfolio. I want to make money on it. But at the same time, there's a part of me also, I'm kind of being a little bit bipolar here, because there's a part of me that's like, I would rather us go ahead and deal with that now and then cancel out this ascending wedge, start over and move forward, than to keep going in it, because right now we're going to peak out at 5,000, which is great. But then we're going to drop down and it's going to start over. Why not go ahead and touch that now?
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't get a vote on what Ethereum's price does. I'm just saying what I wish it would do.
Would you like to have a vote on it?
I would love to have a vote.
You would love to have a vote. I mean, you could literally make infinite dollars.
I mean, we could we vote on the? That's technically what trading is. I guess we're all.
I guess
voting.
That's what it is. We're all voting with our money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what whales do. They vote on the price and then they say go here, and then it goes there, and then that's how they remain whales. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and read some more super chats. But actually, before we do that, Smay, do you have any thoughts on Ethereum? What do you think it's gonna? Are we gonna see another turtle market in Ethereum here pretty soon?
I mean, I think it's gonna probably perform pretty similarly to Bitcoin. Honestly, I don't think you're gonna get much excitement at all, unless you're excited with buying opportunities. I don't think you're gonna be much excited over the next couple of weeks.
Gotcha.
Maybe not couple of weeks, but the next week at the.
It's a bit like the stuffing versus dressing debate. It's like most people think that it's gonna rally, but Smay is the 1/4 of people that is. Wrong. Let's go ahead and read some super chats.
He is historically pessimistic, though.
I'm historically right. Is what
well, why have I held the HODL trophy for the last 4 or 5 weeks?
I don't know.
It's definitely not been 4 or 5 weeks.
It has been of the last 5 weeks. I have held it for the last 4 weeks.
No.
Yes, I did. I held it 3 times in a row. I didn't have it last week, and I'm holding it this week.
Let's do the super chat. Emmanuel.
That is a statistical fact.
Emmanuel Tosolini-esque. Said, blow off top or wick off distribution? Question. When pick, congratulations for the show.
Thank you for the congratulations.
A Wyckoff. I think you meant Wyckoff distribution.
Okay, I'll let you answer that one, Tim.
Blow off top or Wyckoff? I think. Oh, distribution? Let me look at this real quick. No, I don't think we're in a Wyckoff distribution at all. because there is a lot more happening bullishly with what we're seeing here. Because just so you guys know, what he's talking about with Wyckoff distribution, we saw Wyckoff distribution happen back here between February and May of this year, and that's what he's referring to. So he's kind of asking, are we going to do that again? And I think the answer is no. I think that you're actually, what we're looking at historically, what happens when we retest previous all-time highs, this little dip was well within historical analysis of saying it's very common to retest / break and slightly set a new all-time high, come back down with a significant dip and kind of hover there for a couple of weeks before another explosive rally happens. That also backs up the sentiment that we've been hearing from not just YouTubers. I think sometimes people are like, oh, it's just a YouTube FUD. No, people who are invested day in and day out. We see whales and institutions coming in more and more every single day. The on-chain analysis is showing this. We are not sitting in a distribution phase. We are sitting actually in a phase where we're just shaking out. This is another shakeout to get people who really don't understand what's happening to get out and get scared so that they can keep all the money for themselves.
There you go. Well, I'm going to answer one more question, then we're going to move into our snapshot, and then we'll come right back to some super chats. Martin Morelli asked, hi there, Jebb. Did anyone take Crypto Jebb's Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy? How is it? Did it help you improve your trading game? Thanks for your opinion. Two things on that. Number one, anybody who's gone through CT2A, tell them in chat, is it worth it? Number two, Martin, if you type in CT2A, into Google, we have about 60 Google reviews over there from real students. You can check those out. What we're going to do right now is we're going to move into a snapshot on basic attention token Mana, and if we have time, we're going to look at Ecomi, but then we're going to jump right back into those super chats. So thank you guys very much for all of those. We're going to make sure we get to all of them, hopefully before we wrap out here. But let's go ahead and take a look at BAT. If you don't know what BAT is, it is the native blockchain-based system for the Brave browser, which is a browser that is trying to fight censorship and privacy, and they're trying to reinvent the way that advertising is done. It's a really interesting project. If you don't know that much about Brave, Brave browser was actually co-founded by the previous founder of Mozilla, as in Mozilla Firefox. Got a lot of experience over there, and Brave has been absolutely exploding. Basic Attention Token is the native browser, and my dad actually uses Brave, so shout out to Dad. I think he's watching here. It's a great project, and I think Basic Attention Token is a major sleeper. If we look at it over here on CoinMarketCap, you can see that BAT is sitting at rank 80. It's never really jumped up into the top 50. It's always kind of sat down here, which I actually like. It means that it's never had a giant hype-driven rally, which means that I think it's worth every penny right now because it hasn't had hype to come in and corrupt the price. I think that it is going to end up having a big rally one point in the future, and I think it's one of those projects that's doing a lot, taking care of its people, and then the price is going to come. Kind of similarly to Cardano. It didn't just jump up to number 5 because of hype. I'm looking at you, Solana. I love Solana. Don't get me wrong. I think it is worth it. I think it should be at number 5, but it didn't get to number 5 because it, climbed its way there based on fundamentals. It got its way there because of great marketing, to be honest with you. But anyway, taking a look at BAT, it's in a giant bullpen, and as of the last month, you can see it right here. And quite frankly, guys, if it breaks bullish here, then it's likely going to push all the way up, probably close to $2, which is right around the previous all-time high up here at $1.70. I think that BAT is going to have a very bullish next couple of months. If Bitcoin goes into a big rally, I think Basic Attention Token is going to follow. Now, we're also going to look at Mana. Mana is the native token for the Decentraland metaverse. It's also got some it has a lot of fundamentals going on it right now, and you can see ever since October 28th, which was the day that Facebook announced that Meta was going to be their new name and they're rebranding to Meta. Ever since then, all the metaverse projects around the cryptocurrency market went, hooray, we're going to go on a big rally, and Mana is one of those. If we look over here at it, Mana for Decentraland, it's ranked number 23, and it has had a massive rally as of late. The question on everyone's mind is, should I be getting into these metaverse projects? And I actually want to throw it to Tim. Tim, is it a good idea to be getting into these metaverse projects right now, considering the news coming from Facebook, even though Mana, for example, is up 600% in 30 days? Have they missed the boat?
The truth is, I don't know enough about it to fully, and that's might be my answer is, if you don't know about it, like me, don't do it. Don't get in. Get into a project that you actually understand what's happening in it. If you just follow like a sheep, if you follow the flock into things, you're going to get burned. That's the problem we see all the time is someone hears their friend just made 3,000x on a project. So, oh, well, he just made 3,000x. Let me get in and get. And like that's just not how it worked. You're catching at the very tail end. So I don't know if this is the tail end or if this is the middle or if it's the beginning. But if you don't know the answer, the way I don't know the answer to that, I'm just not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole until I learn more.
So here's the thing, guys. I think these metaverse projects are going to do remarkably well over the next 5 to 10 years. I think that metaverse is something that is maybe overhyped right now, but it's definitely going to be a big part of the way that we do business moving into the next 10 years, especially with all these concerns that businesses have about another lockdown happening during this round of sickness versus even another one coming in the future. I think metaverse is going to be a big deal, not even so much in our personal lives, but honestly in the way that we do work. I saw something today where it was kind of weird, actually. It was different, like, gloves that you can wear while you're in the metaverse, while you're wearing, like, VR. And they have sensors on them, so if you handshake somebody, you can feel the handshake so that you're able to have that communicative interaction that you would in real life if you were to shake someone's hand in a business deal. So there is a lot of conversation going on with metaverse. I think that we're very early on in it, and the one thing that I will caution you with is that I think that the eventual winners of the metaverse race are potentially not even here just yet. I think we're going to have to see a lot of development before we really see who's going to come out on top. Is it going to be Mana? Is it going to be Sandbox? I mean, there's a lot of different parties here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and check in with chat, and then in a minute we're going to wrap up with a Bitcoin snapshot, kind of give you guys our final take on this before we move into the holidays. So let's go ahead and read the final super chats here.
Yeah, we had a new Jebb youngling, Bruce Wood.
Thank you, Bruce.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ian Gali said, is 88 dead? What the crap is going on? I can't describe how frustrating this is.
Cardano is a buying opportunity right now. Do you ever get frustrated whenever you walk into Target or into Walmart and you realize, oh my gosh, that flat screen television I've been wanting is down 70%. It's on discount. You don't get mad about that. You don't be like, Walmart, you're not valuing that television correctly. It should be $1,000 and it's only $400 right now. Screw you, Walmart. That's not what you do. You say, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah.
That's what you say. You say, I'm gonna treat myself because I've been hodling all year. You don't get mad about that. You get excited about that. The television will go back up in price after Black Friday and Cyber Monday are past. Don't get upset. Look for a buying opportunity. I think right now is a great buying opportunity. I'm saying that from experience because I just bought a ton of Cardano.
We have one from Burger Man saying, I traveled from the future to tell you to buy as much Bitcoin as you can. The price will be a lot of ones and zeros.
Oh, thank you very much for that. We needed that. We kind of knew that was going to happen anyway, but we appreciate the insight.
Sir Gassington just wanted to donate. I don't see a message there. Taylor Walser said, glory to the Most High. God bless.
Amen.
I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving week. Absolutely. Eric Liddell said, driving home for Thanksgiving, just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving and give my $5 love to you.
Oh, thank you very much. You can get half a gallon of gas for that $5 nowadays, so we appreciate you giving it to us instead.
Mike Markle said, happy Turkey Day, gentlemen. Thank you for all you do, and I hope you guys have the best weekend. Kind of crypto dude.
Thank you very much. Shout out to you, my friend.
Last one I see here, Eye of the Beholder said, stuffing goes in a turkey, dressing is outside of it. Happy Turkey Day.
No. Also, can I have a Smay chat.
What's up, Smay?
I have a Smay chat. I want to ask,
a Smay chat.
What are you two thankful for going into Thanksgiving tomorrow?
What do we think about what?
What are you thankful for?
Oh, what are we thankful for?
What do we think about what?
What do we think about what?
I'm thankful for the lifetime subscriptionary deal from Lux Algo. No, I'm joking. Gosh. I am thankful for that. But the thing I'm thankful for, guys, I am thankful to be able to come to work every single day with brothers and sisters in Christ, such as the three people that are sitting here, and worship God together as we work in cryptocurrency and try and help you and the rest of our team, one, hear more about the gospel, but also, two, learn more about how to become financially free and purpose-driven in everything that we do. I'm thankful for the ability to work with people that are not here for the sake of making money, but be able to work with people that are here for the sake of making a difference in your life. That's what I'm thankful for. What about you, Tim?
Yeah, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for a lot of things. I have a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, seriously, me too, dude.
I have an amazing job here working with the entire team. Obviously, when I started here a year ago, there weren't necessarily too many of us, but it was a great team back then, and we just continue to build with amazing people. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my wife, Taylor, in chat, despite the fact that she likes the Knolls and she thinks that it's called dressing. But I'm thankful for her.
You can love somebody that's wrong.
You can. Anyway, so I am thankful for Virginia Tech replacing Justin Fuente. I am thankful for, my shoulder's getting better. I'm thankful for my slow but coming along recovery from a torn rotator cuff. Man, I could be here all day, so I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, guys. Well, first and foremost, I'm really thankful for all the love and support you guys have given me, especially on this. Especially as I've been trying to lose weight. And I'm really thankful for Jebb for being able to give me this opportunity to work and do the greatest job in the world, I think. I'm also very thankful for Tim for quite frankly being at the gym with me every single day and pushing me to push harder and motivating me, and I really appreciate that. Tim. I'm also very thankful for the Celtics playing really great the last 11 games. They've really turned it around. I think now we're going to make a deep playoff run, and I'm very excited. But, yeah, I'm just thankful for the community that I'm surrounded with, and I love you guys, all of you.
We love you too, Smay. Yeah. We love you too, Smay. I'm also thankful for everybody who's hit that like button. Shout out to everybody. The 1.4K of you that's hit the like button. Can I just say something really quickly? We're going a little off topic here, but I don't care. It's the last stream for a little bit. I remember sitting on a concrete or stone bench outside of the bookstore at Santa Fe Community College back when I started this YouTube channel. I was alone. I remember looking at YouTube Studio on my phone. For any of you guys out there that run YouTube channels, you will know that there's this thing. It's called YouTube Studio. Looks kind of like this. It is a place where you can look at your subscriber growth, you can look at your viewership, you can look at the videos that have just gone out. I remember looking at that, and for the first time in the 5 channels that I have ever run, by the way, this is the 5th channel I've ever run. I ran other channels that all had a collective like 100 subscribers. For the first time, I got more than 1 subscriber in a day. Went from 5 subscribers on the Crypto Jebb channel to 7. And I remember thinking, this is absolutely insane. I will never use the word I will only use the word we. And I remember my dad asking me like 3-4 months later when we had like 3,000-4,000 subscribers, Jebb, why do you keep saying we? You were working on this alone. And he prefaced like, I'm not knocking you. You're doing a great job, Jebb, but I'm curious, why are you using that? I guess that's a pronoun. Why are you saying we instead of I? When it's just you working on it? I said, it's because it's not just me. It's me and however many subscribers we have. It's me and the entire Crypto Jebb family. It's the entire Jebbi Knights that are working on this. So I'm really, really thankful for all of you guys because you guys changed my life. You guys look at me and you're like, oh, Jebb made it. Jebb's got money in crypto. Jebb's got a following. I was just some kid who was just trying to be able to provide for himself and his dad 4 years ago. Now I have the blessing, and I'm very thankful for the ability to come here and work every single day, hopefully able to help you become successful in crypto. But at one point, I was in your shoes where I didn't have anything, and I was hoping the cryptocurrency could make a difference in my life, and it did, and I just want to share that with you guys. So with that said, we have a couple more super chats. Let's read those, and then we'll move on to our Bitcoin snapshot.
Tyler McNett said, are we putting a couple handle in from April till now?
Cup and handle. I think that it's...
autocorrected.
I think that we are... A cup and handle normally has a flat top. We have an uptrending level of resistance from $65,000 to $70,000. So I would say no, but a lot of people are going to read it that way, so it might have some power. I would hesitantly say no, but maybe.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
I can see it.
We have
full screen.
We have. Let's put it this way: it could be it. It would be an ugly one, but that doesn't mean it won't happen that way.
True.
Again, and that you could read it that way. The other thing is going back. We talked about this. I don't know, 10 minutes ago. Historically, when you retest and barely set a new all-time high, we see a price retracement happen over the next couple of days / weeks before a very explosive rally. Go back on your chart right now. If you guys are on TradingView, go back and look at every single time we set a new all-time high, and then the next time we got close to resetting that all-time high, look what happened on the price action, and you'll see when you zoom out, you're like, oh, what we're doing right now is exactly what we've always done when we do this. So good question, though.
Absolutely.
Wisely T said, hi, all. 3Q. I think 3 questions. Thoughts on the algo jump last week? Okay. Do you guys still have money in the stock market / mutual or index funds? And the last one is, can the crypto language in the infrastructure bill suppress future growth?
Let's start at the end and move backwards. Can the infrastructure bill suppress future growth? I don't see anything in the bill personally that would. Could be wrong on that. I haven't read the whole thing, of course, because bills nowadays are this tall. You know, the funny thing is the founding documents of America are like this thick, and every single time Congress passes a bill, it's like taller than I was when I was in 5th grade. But as far as that's concerned, I don't think so. As far as what was the middle one? What was the middle question?
I'm gonna go back and read it again. The middle question was, do you guys still have money in the stock market?
Yeah. Oh,
mutual
yeah. Fun
or
fact: I've
indexes?
literally never bought a single stock in my entire life. I have nothing in the stock market. I want to change that, but I got nothing in the stock market. As far as algo, I'd have to do some more analysis on that before I could give you a solid answer there.
Okay. Kelly Kellum wanted to say what he was thankful for. He said, I'm thankful for the entire Crypto Jebb family, and I am thankful for the braveness I found to dive headfirst into crypto 5 years ago and the opportunity that it presents.
Hey, man. Shout out to Kelly Kellum. Go follow him on Twitter, spelled the same way as his YouTube name. He is one of our researchers, and we're very, very thankful for him. Guys, what we're going to do now, we're going to do a little snapshot of Bitcoin, and I'm just going to show you where I think Bitcoin is going. I'm just going to wrap it all up into a nice, neat bow so that you guys can walk away with something that you can hopefully be some kind of confident here on. I think that Bitcoin is going to either one of two things. It's going to bottom out here at $56,500, or two, it's going to pull back down to $53,000, and from there, one of two things. It is going to bounce from one of those levels. I think that we're going to see a bullish December, and the market is going to see a new all-time high before the year is over, but I do think that we're going to see another 24, 48, maybe 72 hours of downtrend. Tim, what do you think Bitcoin is going to do, and what should people walk away from this video with?
What do I think it will do versus what the possibility is? The possibility is we could drop down to as low as 54,500, somewhere in that region. What do I think it will do? I think that we keep setting the same level of support. I think that as that volume kind of continues to decrease, I think that it's going to, over the next, let's call it 48 hours. I think over the next 48 hours, we're going to see something pop. Something's going to happen. I actually expect us to rally. Because we're not having a show on Friday, we didn't give our price predictions. But just so you guys know, my price prediction for Friday was going to sit around 60,000. So we're not doing a competition this week, but I foresee it being 60. And I would not be surprised if when we come back on Monday, the price is sitting somewhere between 60 to 65. That is my opinion. Again, I see historical precedents for that, and I see some TA precedents for that as well. But again, that's just my opinion. Smay, what do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be very bullish, guys. I think the next couple days are gonna be, well, here's the thing. It could, meaning, because to be honest, they're just not doing Black Friday like they used to anymore, to be honest with you. So a lot of people might have been saving up money and realize there's no good deals, and they say, well, there's a good deal on Bitcoin. So
That's a good point.
maybe,
That's a good point.
Maybe.
That's possible.
But I'm more sitting in the camp of it'll probably, well, if we see a rally, it'll be a very small rally. If we see a drop, we'll see a pretty small drop. I think we're going to be moving pretty sideways for the next couple days.
We shall see, guys. Tim, let me ask you this question, because I think this is going to be relevant to everyone. How do you plan on converting your family to the good news of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency over Thanksgiving?
I have where we're going to be going, and Taylor's listening to this. She has an uncle, so I'm at my in-laws.
Oh, the uncle. I know this guy.
She has an uncle who has
Right.
told me several times, and if he's watching, still love you. Several times that I'm pretty much an idiot for being involved in crypto and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the biggest scam that the planet's ever seen. And he predicts that it's going to crash to zero within a year or two. So he's going to be fun. He's going to be fun.
Everybody, drop a 1 in chat if you got that uncle. I don't have that uncle, but tell us if you do.
Literally every other person, when I go to these functions, that's going to be there, has always come to me and asked me, Tim, what do you think next? They think that I'm like this guru, this expert, which is not the case. But my transition has already happened. Now it's more about continuing to educate them on where to make proper investments. Taylor's brother, Trey, he is just all in on crypto. He wants to learn and grow.
He's a pilot,
He's very hungry. Yeah, he's a pilot.
Yeah, he's the pilot.
Very hungry to learn. Even Taylor's parents have asked, okay, like we're looking to diversify some stuff. We're looking at this crypto world. Tim, where do you think that we should put this? So it's not really going to be that much of a challenge for me, because here's the other thing is when you have people like that uncle who thinks you're the biggest idiot in the world for being involved in crypto. I also learned in this biblical principle, don't waste your breath on fools. There will come a moment where he will realize, oh no, I was wrong. And in that case, when he says I was wrong, Tim, help me, I'm not going to be this like Scrooge who's like, nope, you didn't take me earlier, so I'm not helping. I think, no, like when he comes and he says, Tim, you were right, I'm sorry. All right, here you go. This is how I'm going to help you do this. but I'm also not going to waste my time. Funny story. I'm getting a puppy here in a couple weeks. So
You are?
I am. We're getting a puppy. And I was talking with the owner of that puppy, and he was I don't understand why anyone would be involved in crypto. Gold and silver. If I can't touch the money, then it's not real. And I was like, okay.
He sounds just like that.
So I learned, I told Taylor, I was like, I started trying to convince him. I was like, I am wasting my breath and wasting my time. He will learn. He knows who I am. He knows about our channel. He knows the day will come where he's like, crap, I need to figure out this crypto stuff.
Yep.
And he'll come watch Crypto Jebb. So that's my strategy.
Shout out to Mr. Dog Owner. What kind of dog are you getting? I didn't know you were getting a new puppy.
We are getting, it's a bulldog, but it's a Razor Gotti. Yeah,
you're getting a Razor Gotti?
It's a bully. Oh. Yes. Yep.
Oh, it's a pit bull.
No, it has papers. It's a Razor Gotti. Pit bull is just a rough term you throw things into.
That's true.
Throw dogs
That's true.
into that.
Thank you. That is right. That is true. That's true. There's no such thing as an actual pit bull.
Yep.
Well, shout out to the new dog. Shout out to Coco, your current dog. I love Coco.
She's gonna love it. Having
Coco,
a friend.
yeah, Coco is gonna freak out. That dog's gonna go crazy. Coco used to when Tim and I lived together. I have a dog named Jackie. She's 10 years old. You can see a picture of her over on my Twitter. Coco and Jackie always had fun together. It was really funny.
Yeah, they had fun.
Well, guys, I also want to announce the Gleam.io giveaway. Do you have that thing that we can run up on screen, Smack?
Yep.
So, guys, if you hit the link down below. Under in the description, it says NFT giveaway. Click this and you will see this on screen. It is where you can go ahead and get entered to win some NFTs. And these NFTs are actually going for quite a bit right now. They're going for about I think the floor price on the Mojo heads right now is about 0.12 Ethereum. So if you go ahead and enter this, you could be entered to win a Mojo head that's worth $600-700. So make sure to go and do everything on this screen. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow Mojo heads on Twitter. And then you can also visit Crypto Jebb on Facebook. All of those things are linked down below. So make sure to go ahead and do just that. And also, guys, do not forget to sign up for Lux Algo lifetime membership sale. This is going to be running through next Tuesday. You got a few days, but you're only going to be able to find it with the link below. You want to do this. This is worth the dollars. Make sure to go ahead and sign up down below. This does expire at the end of the month.
I didn't think I heard you say it, but I'm gonna just announce also. So the winners for the NFT giveaway are gonna be announced on Twitter on Friday.
Yes.
Ooh.
So
Indeed. So you're running out of time on that, so make sure to check that out. You guys are not going to want to miss that. Do you have any closing thoughts, Tim, before we wrap it out?
It is called it's called stuffing, not dressing. Dressing goes on salads.
This is true.
It is a liquid
It's true.
that helps you eat your vegetables easier.
Boom.
It's true.
Stuffing is pretty
Tell
much
'em.
wet bread.
It's amazing.
With
it's so
onions
good.
and peppers.
It
and
is
stuff.
amazing.
That's my
It's
closing
the best.
thoughts.
You know what? Oh, here, let's ask everybody. Guys, tell us in chat. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? I don't know how we forgot to ask that.
Can I say this?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Tim is saying and say, here's the thing. Cranberry sauce, especially if it comes from a can, does not belong on your Thanksgiving plate.
Where does it belong?
It belongs in the trash.
Okay. Oof.
I think that it is. You don't mix jelly essentially with meat. Nope. Not a fan. Gross.
I'm not a fan of it either, to be honest with you.
I mean, we're getting a whole other thing. Lamb is good with jelly. I like jelly on lamb.
I don't know if I've ever had lamb. You eat baby sheep,
delicious.
Tim. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Anyway,
moving on. So, guys, here's... No, I'm joking. Let's read the rest of these super chats. I know we have a couple.
Okay, I have a couple more, and then we'll wrap it out. Let's see here. C. Carl said, what are your thoughts on Crow? We've talked about Crow a little bit this week.
I just learned a lot about Crow, actually. So the reason Crow is pumping, my friend just got a crypto... my brother, Caleb, just got a... Tim and I both have a brother named Caleb.
We do.
Different Caleb, obviously. But Crow, he just got a Crypto.com, one of the cards. They have rewards. You have to buy a certain amount of Crow, Crypto.com, coin, token or whatever, to be able to get these cards. With one of them, if you have, I think it's $400,000 in Crow, you get a debit card with 8% cash back on everything. That's ridiculous. But you have to hold $400,000 worth of Crow for a long time. So I think Crow is doing pretty well because of the way they're setting all that up.
Yeah. Last one, and this is fitting that it's going to be the last super chat for half a week. Matt C wanted to say what he was thankful for. Matt C said, I'm thankful for the entire Jedi Knight community that I now consider my extended family. Together we are helping each other, and I appreciate you all so much.
Thank you so much, Matt C. We're very glad that you were here. We're very thankful to have you. Guys, make sure to stay tuned because more content is coming out over the weekend. I'm going to be making a video today explaining why you should buy Bitcoin very briefly that you can share with all your family at Thanksgiving. If you want to be able to share like a little 2-minute, 3-minute video on why Bitcoin's valuable, why it is something that you should consider buying, I'm going to make that video. It's going to come out tomorrow early, probably 9:30 in the morning. And then also make sure to stay tuned because I interviewed the TikTok extraordinaire, Mac and Cheesy. That will be coming out on Saturday. That's all we got for you today, though, guys. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.